We've come a long way since our doors first opened. Though our beginnings were modest, our vision was bold. With each passing decade, we grew. Times changed, and we adapted. We evolved, and we delivered. Market-driven programs that get our grads jobs. Seamless support services that wrap around our students. Sustainable practices that protect our earth. For the past 10 years, our mission ensured that the student experience came first at Durham College. But we've reached a tipping point. As we reflect on all we've accomplished and look closely at where we stand, it's clear. We're not just putting the student experience first, we're reinventing it. What's happening on our campuses, across our communities, and around the globe is a DC-grown and led transformation of the way we learn, the way we teach, the way we work, live, and lead. The many paths to post-secondary education merge and weave in so many new ways, and our approach to delivering that education, advanced learning,
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center for today's OCAA basketball game featuring the visiting Centennial Colts and your Durham Lords. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Durham College is proudly home to the land and people of the Mississaugas of Scoopon Island First Nation, which is covered under the Williams Treaties. Durham College is situated on the traditional territory of the Mississaugas, a branch of the Greater Anishinaabe Nation, which includes Algonquin, Ojibwe, Odawa, and Potawatomi. We now ask you to please rise and kneel and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
everybody to OCAA women's basketball action. Today we have the host Durham Lords taking on the visiting Centennial Colts. The Lords walk into this game on a little bit of a slump here, sitting at 3-7. The visiting Colts sit at 5-5. On the mic tonight, we got myself, Etienne Skitch, and beside me we got
Damon Huser, ready for some OCAA action. Both teams relatively close in the standings, only 2 spots away from each other. Durham have lost 3 in a row. Centennial have won 2 in a row. So on opposite sides of the spectrum, we'll see where it leads tonight.
Well, off the rip here, we saw a quick turnover here by the Lords. That ball went out. But this time around, that is Centennial missing a shot, which means the Lords get the ball back, looking on the attack now.
And the last time the Lords were in the CRWC, they suffered a lot of turnovers. As Balkinson tries to get it inside to Adderley.
Adderley gets away with it, though. Sends it up top. Leverage. Out now. Shot is up. No good.
There was shot clock violation as she did not hit the rim on her shot.
Unlucky there.
Didn't reset it.
That was good quick thinking, though. Down trying to get that second chance opportunity was Emma Bergen, trying to put up some points on this board. Minute in, no score to speak of.
So Walker, they're swinging it across. Now it gets to Michael. Michael for 3.
And that
Doesn't
one
go.
is Centennial ball. Centennial walks into this game freshly making their way onto the power rankings. They were unranked as of last week. This week they've been promoted to that 10 spot.
As Dominguez misses the 3. Adderley
Gets it poked. Still Lord's ball. Good play there. Zane Michael puts that away. 3-point opportunity, no good.
Balkinson just can't hit. Good 3-point shooter, but on this occasion,
Just missed it by a little bit. And down low, Bergen, no good. And kicks across, good heads up play as they try and break through, no good. Onika Leverage on the rebound.
well, Bergen driving. Shot by Balkinson doesn't go. Hawkins. It's tipped around. Michael keeps it alive. And Leverage with the steal. Both teams trying to get their first points of the night. Leverage getting inside.
Bully ball.
Foul. She'll shoot 2. She'll shoot 2. As Durham looks to get their first points on the board.
And that was not a pretty free throw opportunity here from Leverage. Still scoreless. And no good on the second opportunity. That one's Lord's ball. Falls off of number 23 there, Michaela Simon Tucker. And this one gonna stay Lord's ball. Tilia Campbell gonna be the one to inbound. Centennial ranks 3rd in the province for the amount of shots taken. Sadly, they fall down to 11th in terms of actually making those shots.
As Walker tried to get it inside to Michael, but it was tipped. It'll stay Centennial ball. But 2 minutes and 30 seconds into this first quarter, we do not have a point. Outside Dominguez for 3.
No good. Tried to use the backboard there, just didn't work out. Campbell trying to break free, gets it out. Leverage.
Leverage Has Adderley wide open. Didn't see her. Balkinson.
Buxton trying to make a move.
Back to leverage.
For 3. No good. Neither team has any real hustle to try and get these first points. These points are clearly hard to come by.
It's Walker. Walker pulls
Mid-range,
up. It's good.
cash.
It's a great shot by Walker. First points of the night for either team. Now Durham trying to answer.
Bergen down low. Out. Campbell overhead.
It's disappointing as Campbell was wide open.
Just didn't work out. Campbell could have stanced up, had a quick coffee break, and loose ball. Snipes her own teammate.
This is Walker
And
again.
they still get away with it. Hands in. Balkasoon, good steal.
It's good by Balkinson. Now they're in transition. Campbell. Balkinson inside.
Out to Bergen.
Yeah, cuts it out.
Campbell, leverage. From 3. Nope. Travel.
Tried to fake out Centennial by putting up a 3 and then playing it to Bergen instead, but traveled in that instance. It's a timeout called by the Lords. It's 2-0. Almost at the 4-minute mark. Durham yet to score. It's been troubling so far. Centennial only score 56 points per game on average, but so Durham doing a good job keeping them relatively scoreless, but they need to score on their end, Durham. Team shooting 0 for 6 and 1 for 7, so a combined 1 for 13 is not a good start to the game with 5 turnovers in the game.
It's not been pretty from either side here. The Lords have been pretty good at causing those turnovers, but their own are frankly just bad situational awareness. The Lords have been digging themselves into this hole. The Lords been trying to dig themselves out defensively. They've been really good. They've gotten 2 steals thus far. But it's and that's Centennial's only 2 turnovers are those steals. So they have to keep playing aggressive on that defensive look and trying to do what they can.
Yeah, and Durham 0 for 2 from the free throw line. It was leverage. She had 2 amazing chances to just get the Lords on the board first.
It just didn't fall for her. And wide open down low. We saw them in practice. Happy to get down low, use the board to their advantage. And they're going to do some holy full court press here.
Campbell, they get away from it. Down low to Balkinson.
Adderley.
Won't go. The rebound for Simon Tucker. They go quickly, but Hawkins not paying attention.
There's no awareness on either side of this court at the moment, but doing their best all the same.
Adderley tried to go cross court and turned it right over, and it's another turnover by the Lords. Unlike forced, I get that there's a press, but they're not forcing you to throw it out of bounds.
It just has not gone well for this Lords roster tonight.
Especially when there's been open players. Like on that possession, Bergen was wide open, and you just miss her, as that's up for Dominguez. Won't go. Offensive rebound, almost grabbed, leads to a leverage loose ball foul.
So you just checked her midair, so that one's not going to go your way anytime.
Trying to get it inbounds, they do. Out, it's a 3-pointer. Air ball, just too strong. Bergen gets
Out
it to Campbell.
Driving, somehow keeps control. Had to have lost at least 3 Colts there. And finally the Lords on the board. Leverage puts it down.
Leverage getting to the rim where she's best.
We have 6 points across 5 minutes here.
It's another miss by
Dominguez.
Dominguez.
Bergen,
And it's another turnover by Durham where it's just thrown out of bounds.
Do they like playing out in the stands or something?
Yeah, Durham have 5 turnovers. Centennial has 0 steals. That's an odd statistic of just throwing the ball out of bounds and putting it in spots you should never. This is Dominguez.
Trying to get a hold of it here.
Hawkins. Step back.
No.
Off the glass.
And loose ball. Another steal for the Lords.
Adderley driving. She's fouled. Well running by Michael.
Man, I would have just left them keep it on run. I know you have to call it, but like, let them keep running.
Yeah, it's an interesting play. I think Durham at this point will take the foul because try and get in the bonus. Free throws, when it's not falling for you, those are easy points that you can get later in the quarter. Campbell, easy mid-range. Doesn't go. The Lords miss again.
Easy. One thing that the Lords, I think, are gonna be forced to take advantage of is numbers. Lords have plenty of shooters and plenty of players to go through, but Centennial, they only have 4 bench players. They have a 9-player roster. It's just not going to go well over time. These guys have to have all the conditioning in the world.
It's Balkinson down to Campbell. Layup falls.
And it falls.
After a turnover and a steal from Balkinson.
And 4 points down in the paint now for the Lords. You're not looking for much else, honestly. You just have to keep taking advantage of the opportunities. Wide open, down low, leverage gets called on the foul. Had an arm in there. Couple substitutions here for Lords. Looks to be number 13, Aisha Lewis, as well as number 12, Sarah Laplante.
Yeah, so leverage will have to check out because 2 fouls already. Both of the fouls for the Lords. So she's already 3 away from getting bounced from this game, as the first free throw is no good. We have not seen a free throw hit yet.
Crowd's got some noise here. We have a few guests here, I believe. I didn't read the signs on their seats.
I saw a group was U12 Storm.
I believe another was a basketball camp of some sort. Lewis down low.
Blocked offensive rebound and
Campbell
foul.
Gets smoked.
She'll be shooting 2. And when it's not going for you offensively, this is where you have to hit your shots.
You got to take any opportunity given. And honestly, 2 shots is kind of what you're looking for if you're the Lords. The trick is you actually have to make them. Campbell, pretty good in that statistic, and this is why I don't speak.
Hits the second. A 63% shooter, so compared to a lot of the team that's good, as they are 50% shooters on the year.
This game's been a slugfest, 5-5 after 7 minutes of play. And that is out. That one there, another turnover, Michaela Hawkins.
She struggled tonight after she checked in. But it's not only her, it's a lot of players. Adderley up to Bergen.
Bergen has to get rid of it. Adderley has an open area. Bergen drives it in, tries to draw a defender, doesn't get it. Adderley out to Bergen. Looking far side, Laplante gets through, kicks it. Lewis, Bergen, shots up.
It's
Cash.
That's a great shot by Bergen.
Excellent ball movement from this Lords team to finally break themselves free as they're taking their first lead of the game. 12 points collectively, 7 for the Lords.
As Campbell fights for it.
And shot opportunity. No good. As the Lords come away with the rebound. Adderley forced down low. Gets it away. Campbell.
3-on-1. Campbell.
Over LaPlante.
Floater, it's good. LaPlante making things happen while she's on the court.
Checked in from the bench and has made her presence felt. She is the highest scorer for the Lords, I believe. No, that's Campbell. But LaPlante is getting there. Big opportunities here. And Campbell with the ball, marching away up the court, out to Bergen. Emma Bergen was a very, very big player for this Lords team last season. They're happy to have her back, and LaPlante loses it. And good play down low. Campbell now, out to LaPlante. Far side. Up for Adderley, no good. Lewis had a chance for the offensive rebound, drops it. And that one foul called against Sarah LaPlante.
So 9-9, the scoring starting to ramp up a little bit, but still low. On the inbound from the sideline, Michaela Hawkins, the third-year power forward from Scarborough, Ontario, trying to get the inbound. Does easily to Walker.
Gets away with it. Bergen trying to keep her at a distance. And loose ball. Lords pushing up with it.
Isabella Williams, and a jump ball was forced
Centennial
by Jasmine Salazar.
That was Isabella Williams who was driving up the court there for the Lords. Just backed herself into a corner, and there's nothing you could do. The Centennial team has been very good about press coverage, 2 people on the ball at all times. And you could have argued that that was a foul on Bergen, but I think the Lords have no complaints about that not being so. Williams with the ball.
And Salazar for Centennial. It's one of the smallest players in the OCAA at 5 foot. Talia Campbell, the smallest on Durham at 5'2".
Aisha Lewis gets it away. LaPlante.
Not every day you see a exactly 5 foot. She takes the hit, makes the play, and the layup is missed.
No good off the glass
by Michaela Hawkins. She
Adderley.
missed the layup. Adderley, floater the other way. It's good at the buzzer. At Durham leads 11-9 to end the first quarter over the Centennial Colts. It's been a low-scoring game, but Durham is fine with that as long as they lead after 4. So after 1, it's 11-9.
The Lords happy to get away with this one. They both had three fouls apiece there, so it was getting sketchy. You got to be careful if you're the Lords. Leverage has 2 points on the night. Traditionally, very good at down low in the paint. So we started to take a 3-point shot. Not exactly normally where we see her make her most impact. Went 0-1 from there. And 2 fouls to boot with her 2 points is not something you want to see. One thing for the Lords, another thing for the Lords, they have to shut down. Danica Walker as well as Michaela Hawkins. Walker has 5, Hawkins has 4, and they are feeding those 2 shooters like none other. Another one is Eliana Dominguez, who is 0 for 5 now. So the Lord's done a good job at making sure she doesn't get her shots away, but shots no less. They're feeding those same 3 people almost every time. They just have to take advantage.
Yeah, those 2, Walker and Hawkins, the only 2 to score for Centennial in the first quarter. So if you can limit them, you can, and you can continue to limit Dominguez, then you can really start to pour it on here if you can get an offensive stretch where you score a couple points in a row.
Absolutely. The Lords already made their way back onto the court. Clearly, Coach has decided that it's enough talking, and they just need to get back out there and keep this going. Bergen out there trying to get this squad back, their heads back into this game. The Colts, you got to imagine that they're feeling fairly tired. Like, once again, you still got a ton of time here left in this game. And again, they only have 9 players total.
Yeah, it's not often that you'll play a regular season game only playing 9 players, let alone only having 9 on your roster. Sometimes you get down deep in the playoffs and you shorten your rotation a little bit, but usually you're shorting it to 9 or 8, not having it the whole season at 9. So it can be difficult for these players. At least it's like they don't play as often, but especially late in the season here, as it's a foul called on Isabella Williams.
Slammed.
Yeah, she's down. But especially in these later weeks of the season, you do end up playing a lot of games. It starts to feel like a really tough schedule in the OCAA, especially when you see the playoffs looming for a team like Centennial, who is 5-5 and in that playoff picture. So games start to pile up, and you can start to feel it in your body as Salazar misses that first free throw.
Again, that's a fairly steep angle, sitting once again at 5 foot. Much more arc on that one, and that time it was too much. Bergen gets the rebound. It's the Lord's opportunity here. 20 seconds into this first quarter, into the second quarter. As this is Williams taking a shot from 3, no good. Lords, we saw the one thing that broke them free. They used almost the entire shot clock when they did so, but just ball movement everywhere was the trick, and they did not do it that time around, and it cost them. Down low here, another foul called on the Lords.
So Zane Michelle down low.
That one called on Isabella Williams. Has 2 fouls.
Simone Tucker. Out to
And shots up.
Dorwich.
No
that
good.
Won't go.
Adderley bringing this one up. Lords, 4 players down on their half of the court trying to break any kind of press, and they're going to call a travel on Adderley. The Lords doing a little bit better in their shooting percentage. They're 5 of 16 now, 30%. Still isn't pretty, but it's better than what Centennial's rocking. They're 4 of 19 at 20%.
And trying to cut in and out and make something happen. It's Walker. Gets it out.
Tries to offload that to
Dowridge.
Dowridge.
Oh, it's almost stolen by Balkinson. And then it's tied up between Talia Campbell and Michaela Simone Tucker. So it will stay in the possession of Centennial due to the possession arrow.
As a reminder, in OCAA, they don't do proper jump balls like you would see in the NBA or something like that. Instead, they have the possession arrow, and it's just alternated after every jump ball call.
So that's 2 is good by Michaela Simon Tucker.
Offloaded, Balkasoon gets someone to LaPlante. Down low, Lewis.
Blocked by Simon Tucker.
That is the first block we have seen tonight, and it was a very, very good play there by Simon Tucker to get away with it. Balkasoon out from 3. No good.
She's really struggled this year after a couple good games. You want to see it fall. Durham yet to hit a 3 on the night.
Neither team to hit a 3. They are 0 of 4 and 0 of 5. 0 and 5 being the Lords. And
Lewis with the steal. Balkinson plays it to Campbell. It's a 4-on-4 running, turns into a 5-on-5, and then it's turned over straight to Walker. Walker getting to the rim, lays it up and in, and Centennial has taken the lead. And it's another slow start to a quarter for Durham as they have yet to score. We're almost 2 minutes and 30 seconds in again.
Centennial up by 2 now. Aisha Lewis down low, kicks it away. Balkasoon has a wide open angle from 3, falls. The Lords, their first 3 of the night and the first 3 of the game gives them the lead.
Trying to get inside. The layup won't go. Offensive rebound. Dowrich lays it in. Centennial retakes the lead. It's flip-flopping back and forth now.
Excellent play there by the Lords to get rid of it. Balkasoon trying to follow the hot hand. Kicks it down low. Bergen. Out. Balkasoon once again. Deep 3 opportunity. They just have to get this ball moving. LaPlante. Cash from deep.
Good. That's a great shot by LaPlante. 2 straight threes right after we mentioned it. 17-15, the points starting to add up for both of these teams. Balkasoon with the foul. Gets a little aggressive. It's called by the baseline referee.
That absolutely just secured that ball on their way through. 2 hands on, dropped the shoulder, looking like straight out of rugby. It bowls open this Lord's defense and draws the foul. Out to shoot here is Zune Michael. And 1 of 2 there.
So Zane Michael goes perfect from the line.
1 of 2.
Yep, 1 of 2.
Substitution was made. Emma Bergen goes to the bench. Cameron Wood, number 7 for the Lords, checks into the game.
Dominguez brings Balkasoon hard down to the floor. A little bit of a stare down there, I thought. Maybe could have been mistaken as Bergen checks out. Leverage is in.
And out goes Aisha Lewis. And Balkasoon going to be the one inbounding out to Campbell. And Wood out to Balkasoon again. Hot hand.
Wide open. It's good.
Falls. The Lords back in business. 3 3-pointers in a row. They got 9 points on the quarter, now overtaking Centennial on the quarter. And another foul against the Lords here as they're up to 4 on the quarter. Centennial yet to be called on a foul. You do not want to go into the bonuses with 6 minutes left.
It's rough territory for the Lords. As now any foul
Leverage
is
the
free
one to get
throws.
called there. That's her 3rd foul on the night. And as Leverage catches her 3rd, comes right out of the game as Bergen checks in. And 1 of 2 from the line here. Cameron Wood going to be inbounding to Campbell.
To LaPlante. Has Bergen, but LaPlante going herself.
Big
Spinning.
spin.
Pull up, jumper.
No good
Wide.
from mid-range. Cameron Wood, good coverage. Breaks wide is Michael. And no good on the shot. That one, Campbell with the ball. Trying, once again, the Centennial press coverage has been keeping the Lords, essentially forcing them to use almost 8 seconds to even get out of territory. And Cameron Wood trying to force them out of bounds. Doesn't quite get there. Wood, dual sport athlete, also on the rugby team. So has that physicality. Mid-range jumper. Bergen on the rebound, out to Campbell. Deep pass. Swatted away. LaPlante coming away with it. Mid-range floater. No good. And shot falls there. As LaPlante is up to 7, the Lord's leading scorer on the night.
She's come off the bench and done extremely well. As Simon Tucker gets it down low.
And Wood does not get a hand up in time. A shot falls there for Tara Dowich. Campbell out to Balkasoon. Balkasoon to Bergen, out to LaPlante from 3, off target. Campbell gets the second chance opportunity, doesn't go, third chance. Kicks it away, LaPlante from 3, much better, falls.
Starting to feel herself now.
Up to 10 points now. She is 2 of 3 on the 3-point attempts. 4 of 6 from the field.
So her missing that first shot in the possession did not scare her off. Bergen, Balkinson's running.
That was Campbell there who forced that misplay as
And-
LaPlante gets
Oh,
low.
it's great.
LaPlante, excellent play tonight, has 12. Hands down the highest scorer of the night. And Balkasoon.
It's a great move by Dominguez, getting down low. Blocking called on Campbell.
And that, I believe, is going to be shots here. Yeah, it's going to be Tara Dowrich taking them. Balkasoon checks out, and in comes Tage Adderley.
It's a timeout called by the Lords, up 27-20.
The Lords have made a big push in this second quarter, going 16 points on the quarter to Centennial's 11. Lords up 7, but their one issue now is going to be fouls. A lot of their players have, frankly, a lot of fouls, as the Lords are up to 8 to Centennial's total of 3. It's not pretty. The Lords do fairly well at keeping themselves away from getting fouled, or at least getting called on them. And timeout is well and over. Coach Sherlin Chance trying to make sure he gets every second of this timeout. Yeah, the Lords sit at 18.5 fouls per game. They're 14th in the OCAA. And in fairness, they are also forcing other teams to have a lot of fouls called against them, as they're averaging 16 fouls for the opposition. Keep in mind, this Lords team came into this game as the underdog. Loose ball, over and back.
I don't know how that's an over in the back, but it is called. As that was an interesting play. I don't get the call.
Not much we can do. As wide open look from 3, LaPlante, good coverage.
Drive it inside.
Adderley
It's
gets
blocked.
close, blocked. This Bergen gets away to Campbell. Offloads out to Bergen. Breaking free to Adderley. Down to Bergen. Campbell from 3. No good, off target. Opportunity now for the Colts. Campbell stands up down low, doesn't want to get called on another blocking foul, as Centennial happy to put that one away as they're up to 23.
LaPlante getting double teamed now. They see her presence. Campbell out. Adderley wide open 3. It's good.
Bounced around, happy to take its sweet time to fall, but falls no less. And Adderley up to 5 points on the night now.
Getting inside.
Good opportunity here. Shot up and no good there from Michael. And this one going to be Centennial ball down low. And wide open, far side. Loose ball here, opportunity comes knocking, and Centennial nowhere to be found at the door as shot clock violation.
So Campbell is going to run quickly. Coach Sherlon Chance really wanted her to move as that's turned over now by Campbell. And it's Centennial Colts ball.
Backside of her shoe. Looks like loose shoelace as well. Maybe got distracted by it.
Always blame it on the shoe.
Always. Lords up to 14 turnovers now. Imagine this game for the Lords if they didn't amass 14 turnovers, with most of them being missed passes.
Shooting 40%, it's disappointing because you could see the level this team could go to. It's Campbell, plays it up to LeBlanc. 4-3.
No good. Campbell had hands up, doesn't want to get called as GK barreling down to try and get there. Wood strips the ball. Is going to get called as a jump. This one going the Lord's way. Once again, we were talking about Wood being a very aggressive player. Clearly showed it there. As Campbell makes her way up. Adderley. Out to LaPlante.
LeBlanc
driving, has a chance. Out to Wood, puts it down. The Lords up to 32.
Campbell tried. Corner three. It's good. An answer right back.
And LaPlante has a chance.
32-38.
Should be 32-26.
32-26, yeah.
With another pair there for the Lords, 34. And missed pass from the Colts. Able to be regained, though. Lost control once again. Michael able to recover it.
So 8-second difference. They get it down low. The layup is missed. It's tipped around. It should be Centennial ball. It is. An 8-second difference. Shot clock, game clock.
5 seconds on that shot clock. Opportunity for the Lords here. Up 8. Going soon to be going into the half.
That's actually, the shot clock's gone dark as I hit the thing for 3.
No,
won't
good.
go.
Overshot
they
it.
still have the rest of the game clock. And LePlante forces a turnover. 7 seconds left for the Lords to add to the lead before the half.
You got to imagine Centennial is going to keep this press coverage coming.
Campbell running up, getting it down low. Bergen fouled, and it's perfect. Exactly what they want.
2 seconds left on the clock. So an opportunity, make the first and pull some almost NBA style, throw it off the glass back to yourself, but unlikely. Bergen going to take her first shot.
It's
Falls.
good.
Second-year player. We saw she had an awesome year in her first. Looking to follow it up. Second shot falls. Big plays from Bergen.
So now they're up to double digits. 2 seconds left. It's got to be a thrown up. Jessica Jones misses. It's 36-32 to end the half. The Durham Lords lead on the Centennial Colts. We'll have the Shoot for Cash contest brought to you by OCAA. We'll let you guys watch that. We may have some other contests as well. Thank you. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
Okay, it's time for the OCAA Shoot for Cash contest. Whoever then will have a chance to win $1,000 in the OCAA Shoot for Cash contest. He will attempt a layup starting from the three-point circle, a free throw, a three-pointer. He'll be given 2 attempts at each shot. If he's able to make all 3 shots, he'll be given 1 chance to shoot from half court for $1,000. Good luck in tonight's Shoot for Cash contest.
Wanted me to lie, wanted me to cry, wanted me to die. I'm staying alive, staying alive, staying alive, staying alive. Yeah. Try me another time. Wanted me to lie, wanted me to cry, wanted me to die. I'm staying alive, staying alive, staying alive, staying alive. For real, for real. Put my feelings aside, you want me to die.
The OCAA Shoot for Cash contest is offered at every home basketball game. Please attend for your chance to be selected as a contestant and shoot for $1,000. Alright fans, it's time to play Lord's Bump. Players will line up at the free throw line with the first person in line attempting a free throw. If they must retrieve the ball and score a basket before the person behind them. If they do, they move to the back of the line. If they don't, they are out. The last one standing will win themselves a DC swag bag.
You know what it was.
don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. What you say? Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more. Don't you come back, don't you come back, don't you come back no more. Don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. What you say? Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more. Don't you come back, don't you come back, don't you come back no more.
Welcome back to OCAA women's basketball. Once again, tonight we have the home Durham Lords taking on the visiting Centennial Colts. The Lords came soaring through the second quarter, putting up 25 points to Centennial 17. Both offenses were a little bit sluggish in the first, so a lot of points came through during the second. Lords up 10, 36 to 26. And first possession there for Centennial didn't go anywhere. First possession for the Lords there didn't go anywhere. I'm getting flashbacks to the first quarter, Damon.
So the first quarter, for anyone that wasn't watching, we didn't get a bucket for about 4 minutes. But both teams have started to ramp it up. And we're up to 36 to 26. And Durham has actually turned out a really nice offensive game to their standard.
Soon lost it. And I believe that is a foul on the Colts there, called against Michaela Hawkins. That's her first of the night. And Campbell to inbound. Deep pass to Bergen. Balkasoon out to Adderley. Moving through Campbell. Down low, opportunities. Making sure that that jump ball goes the way of the Lords.
But anytime you can force a jump ball, it helps your team no matter if you get the ball or not, because either way, it's an assistance to you because you're either switching the possession arrow back to you or you're getting possession. So you stealing the ball, you force a jump ball on defense is always a good thing, no matter what.
Bergen's trying to box out down low. Adderley reels it in. Has to throw it away. Centennial going to be collecting this loose ball. Good steal. Shots up. Number 2. Cash. That right there. Michaela Hawkins up to 12.
She's been a big bright spot. She had a rough start, but has really picked it up offensively, up to 5 for 9.
And that's Bergen down low. First and second chance opportunities missed. Balkasoon, good play there to try and force this Colts offense into an off position. And wide open look from 3. No good.
Back out Hawkins. One more to Dominguez. Down low for Simon Tucker.
Tries to bully her way through. Adderley and leverage. Get in there.
It's tough to bully leverage down low. As
Bergen reels it in.
Keeps it. Campbell. Down low to Bergen. Across for leverage. A little hop step and a little miss. Simon Tucker the rebound. And now Centennial can go the other way. Leverage and Bergen late to get back.
But enough time was stalled out. Centennial, all 5 Lords players are there. Tip ball going the way of the Lords.
Danica Walker just tipped it out of bounds instead of trying to reel it in herself.
And Campbell inbounds to Adderley. Adderley trying to make a move here. Gets away with it. Onika leverage with the ball. Out to Emily Balkasoon. Paige Adderley. Balkasoon from 3. No good. Campbell quick to make a play down low. Trying to force an offensive mistake. The Lords thus far 7 steals. And missed pass. This means Lord's ball from half court.
So it's the 11th turnover for Centennial.
Lords.
Durham with 7 steals. But I'd like to highlight the other end, where Durham has 16 turnovers and only 6 steals for Centennial, meaning 10 of those were relatively unforced. Yeah, they're errors. I wouldn't say unforced errors. So there's been some good coverage, as I think that's classified as another one if it wasn't tipped out by Hawkins. But they're errors nonetheless, forced or unforced. It's credit to Centennial for making plays on defense, but it's also a fault for Durham. It's been a fault all year. Last game at the CRWC, they had a lot of turnovers, and they have another one here.
We just watched it, and Adderley just knees that ball out of play. Tired of it. 21 seconds on the shot clock for Centennial, down 7. Inbound is clear. Pushing down low. Takes a hit. Two shots now.
So Walker going to the line. Has 7 points on the night.
Walker is 1 of 2 from the free throw line thus far. So foul was called on Telia Campbell. That's her 2nd of the night. She has 3 points to her name, Campbell.
Walker's first free throw is good.
Good.
Not a bad free throw shooter, so it doesn't surprise me she's 2 for 3 on the night. Trying to go 3 for 4 and really cut it to 5,
Finds
bring
it.
Centennial back in the game, and she does exactly that.
Centennial now 7 of 12. And poked free. Adderley recovers.
And a hit of the head. Adderley just bumped her head on Walker's leg, I believe. Feeling the effects of that, but walks it off. And
Not quite sure what the call is going to be here.
waiting to see who gets the ball. I believe it's going to be Centennials. Might be a jump ball. No, we don't do jump balls. Looks like it's going to be,
I'm so lost.
it's going to be Durham ball. And a foul called on Michaela Hawkins, I believe. So Durham get the ball. It's 36-31, and Adderley driving inside, blocked by Simone Tucker.
Lord's ball there. Just slides through the legs of a Colt, and that means that it is Lord's ball. Adderley going to be inbounding here. 16 seconds on the shot clock for the Lords. Bergen trying to box out down low. Doesn't get there. Deep pass. Balkasoon recovers. Campbell. Good screen there. Balkasoon. Adderley catches it, slings it.
Stepped out of bounds. And another, that's an unforced error right there. That's the one of the ones we're talking about where it's, it happens too often. It's going to happen in games to teams, but it's happening too often right now for Durham, and it's just letting Centennial slip back in this game as Campbell tipped it out. It hit off Leverage in the end. It'll stay Centennial ball with 6:27 to go.
It's just not what you want to see for the Lords. And checked in now, Sarah LaPlante is in for number 10, Tage Adderley. LaPlante had 14 points in that first half. Very good player off the bench for the Lords. And trying to earn her minutes onto that starting roster. Balkasoon almost made it there to get the steal. And shot from 3. No good. Leverage forcing her way down low as well as LaPlante. And foul is called.
So LaPlante, a first-year player from Montreal, trying to make her way at Durham College for the Durham Lords, and this has really been a breakout game for her. She's played well in other games, but nothing like 6 for 9 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3, 14 points and a half so far.
Very good play.
It would not shock me if we saw her in the starting lineup soon, or rather than later.
And shot is no good. Leverage going to take that one. Offloads LaPlante. Making her way through. Has an open target across the court to Balkasoon. Looks like the Lords not going to go there. Instead, LaPlante from 3. No good.
Wide open again. This time doesn't go. Rare miss for LaPlante.
And shot from 3. No good. Bergen gonna get the rebound as the Lords make their push forward. Leverage.
Still looking for their first points.
Bergen
can
down
get it
low.
right here.
There's nowhere to be found. Lords still scoreless on the half, and
Campbell
foul called on Campbell.
Campbell thought she was going to get free with the ball. Instead, stay Centennials.
And inbounding here is going to be Dominguez. Gets it away out to Danica Walker. Offloads Dowrich. Walker. Trying to make a play, LaPlante.
And a backcourt violation as Hawkins gets it in their own territory.
LaPlante inbounds. Campbell. Leverage. Balkasoon. Fakes it. Mid-range jumper. No good. Bergen with a rebound. Amazing player down low. LaPlante. Good play there to try and get a hand on it.
Can't get it to go. Durham yet to
only
score.
Lord down on their end of the court. Didn't mean to cut you off there.
Durham still yet to score. It's halfway through the third. And the Leverage fell on Dominguez and on Campbell.
I think that was more trying to protect Campbell, and Dominguez got in the way.
Looks like a foul on Leverage in the end. So that's another foul for Leverage. It's her 4th, meaning we might not see her for a while.
Leverage goes out. Aisha Lewis in.
Pull up.
No good. Campbell going to come away with it. Breaks through the press. Quick speed there. Bergen. Balkasoon gets smacked.
That's a hard foul. Clearly not intentionally that hard by Tara Dowrich. but nonetheless, Balkinson fell really hard on the floor.
And shot opportunity here, LaPlante. It's going to drive low, offloads. Lewis.
Almost gave it right away, but then it still ended
Still
up
ended
away.
up there.
Walker getting inside, the layup won't go. Offensive rebound not grabbed. LaPlante comes away with it, jumps up in the air. You cannot be doing that. Just little mental mistakes as it's grabbed by Walker.
4-on-1 for the Lords, down low.
Back out Walker, three-pointer, 1 point game. And a timeout immediately called by third-year head coach Sherlon Chance as the Colts, oh my, are on a 9-0 run to start the quarter. And I'm saying start the quarter. We're 6 minutes and 3 seconds in. Durham yet to put a point up on the board. So to start the quarter, it's a 9-0 run. But also in the last 6 minutes and 3 seconds, it's a 9-0 run.
Absolutely. This Lords team had an almost 40% shooting percentage up at the half. They've dropped now down to 33. They're 14 of 42. The difference between the Centennial Colts team and the Lords, their shooting percentage is getting very, very close. Centennial has been volume shooters, taking 8 more shots than the Lord and still being 2 shots less. Not what you want to see if you're going for the Colts here, as they're just trying their best to find their way through the wreckage almost of this game. Timeout is over as Coach Chance gets his timeout essentially forced to be done as this Lords roster makes their way off the bench once again. Emily Balkasoon. All right, lineup for the Lords stays the same, as does the Colts. Campbell marching up, out to Bergen. LaPlante.
Lewis set a screen for LaPlante.
Balkasoon. Offloads, LaPlante. Wide.
Got a hit.
Makes it. The Lords up to 39. That's their first points on the quarter, and LaPlante up to 17. Almost has half the total points of the Lords thus far.
Driving inside, the layup is good. 2 points right back at the Lords. 2-point game.
We saw this Colts offensive. They were in practice pretty much shooting layups non-stop. And Campbell with the ball for 3, no good. Bergen gets away with it. LaPlante for 3.
It's good. She is firing.
She's at 20. She's at 20 points.
4 for 7 from 3. 8 for 13 from the field. 20 without a free throw. And now hounded. Balkinson
gets away with it.
Tried to play it up. Hawkins took it away. The lead is up to 5 for the Lords.
Plenty thanks to part from LaPlante, and Aisha Lewis going to get the offensive rebound.
And Hawkins working, that's actually Walker, working really hard. It was Hawkins working really hard to grab that ball, but
those two have been all over the court. You have no one to blame there. 14 points for Hawkins, 12 for Walker.
And LaPlante checks out. I'm confused by that decision, as she's the only one that has scored this quarter for the Lords.
Well, you got to give her some rest time, too. She's been all over the court.
Campbell faked to Bergen. The Lewis now Adderley.
Overshot.
Won't go. Campbell working hard. It's Durham ball still. 5 seconds left on the shot clock, though, as Hawkins will check out.
You got to look down low here.
Michael will check in.
You got to look for Aisha Lewis, Emma Bergen. Both of them, they have to get very, very low to even have a chance. And
so the shot clock goes back to 14. I wonder, yeah, they're going to bring it back to 5. So not a lot of time left for the Lords to score on this possession, as they're going to bring it back to 5. That's what they're talking about with the referee right now. Campbell on the inbound from the baseline. Gets it into Adelaide. Step back out now. Should
Before
be down
the clock
to
even
4.
started. They're going to leave it as is.
Those two are connected. So it's just it'll probably be like 4.8.
So it didn't last long.
Campbell gets it into Bergen, fouled. No continuation. Sideline out of bounds. But the shot clock will reset, so it'll go to 14 now. With 2:16 to go in the game, so.
Good job forcing that foul. Brings both teams now to 4 fouls on the quarter. Bergen gets the offload. They have no idea Campbell even has it. Just didn't have that shot fall. And offloads Dominguez.
Getting inside to Simon Tucker.
No good.
The shot
Rims
won't
out.
go.
And moving now is Campbell. Gets away with it. Bergen.
Bergen getting inside.
Lewis.
It won't go. Bergen, offensive rebound.
Second chance.
Lays it in. The first points from the Lords that of the quarter that were not LaPlante.
The Lords doing a good job now trying to hold on to this lead. Big play there. Campbell try and stop the momentum. And second chance opportunity. Third chance doesn't go either as this is Lords ball. Minute 28 on the quarter. The Lords up 7.
So Campbell throws it into Adderley. 1:25 to go in the quarter. That's Adderley. Trying to get it into Lewis. It's tipped around.
Gets away with it. Out to Campbell or Balkasoon. Neither of them get a hand on it. This one going to be Colts ball. Dominguez going to be checking that one in.
Centennial's taken 5 more shots than Durham, but the percentage is 10% lower, which is the difference in the game as the elbow shot is not good by Hawkins. Rebound by Adderley.
Making a move here. Balkasoon reels in the pass.
Dawkinson to Adderley. Screen set for Adderley.
Offload.
Dump
Balkasoon
off.
from 3.
Deep
No
3
good.
is not banked in.
You know, I know sometimes you want to go to your bench. Real bad, especially when there's only 9 players on your roster. But Michaela Hawkins, it is not your turn to go to the bench yet. So I'm gonna need you to stay and play there. And Balkasoon offloads Adderley, far side. Off to Bergen. Has a chance down low, offloads Balkasoon, fouled on the way up. 2 shots for the Lords, and they are now into bonus. 34 seconds left, so you gotta imagine they're not gonna be able to force too many off of it. So very good job from Centennial at kind of stemming the bleeding there on those fouls. And shots up, Balkasoon falls. Second shot for Balkasoon. Up and no good. Lewis almost had the rebound, not quite able to get there. And now Colts pressing and shot no good from Walker as Telia Campbell not able to keep control. Steps out of bounds. To inbound now is Zune Michael. Deep pass there to Walker. Center point of this Colts offensive makes it to 14 points. Both Hawkins and Walker total for 28 of the total Colts points.
Adelaide tried to get in. It's the end of the third quarter. The Colts cut the lead to 6, but Durham still leads 45-39 with 10 minutes left to go in this OCAA matchup. What did you think about that third quarter for the Durham Lords?
The Lords clearly, we saw that third quarter rather, they were missing heavily on La Plante. It's been a center point, like we were mentioning. She's up to 20 points. She has the highest score on the Lords. The next closest is Emily Balkasoon at 7. La Plante has 20. You can't afford to have a player like that on your bench. Sometimes you gotta just let her cook. Like, she has 20 points. She is 8 of 13. You gotta sometimes let her shoot. On the other side for the Colts, been fairly both of their top shooters under 50%. Michaela Hawkins 14 points, 6 of 13. Danica Walker 5 of 11 for 14. Both players doing very well at being fed. One thing that the Lords have done well is force Zune Michael into off situations. She is 0 and 10 from the field. Her only points of the night come off of free throws, of which she is 3 of 4. They've been doing a very good job at shutting down Michael. The trick is now to cover up Hawkins and Walker. And 20 seconds left until the last quarter here. Lineup for the Lords looks a little different as checking in is Isabella Williams. I am blind as a bat. And Williams going to be inbounding this one. Campbell out to Bergen. Gets rid of it out to Adderley. Away Campbell. Bergen down low. Makes her way through. Gets fouled on the way up. 2 shots. This is Bergen's second chance at the free throw line. Her first shots, she went 2 for 2. And no announcer curse there, 3 for 3. You know, it's right as I say it that it's going to happen, isn't it?
Of course, it always does.
Ha! Bergen able to beat the commentator curse there. Cameron Wood gets the rebound out to Campbell. Lords marching their way up the court. And that's Bergen. Gets the ball stolen. And clean layup goes down for Centennial. Cameron Wood forced into an off situation here. Campbell gets rid of it, far side. Gets away with it, stuffed on the way up, stays Lord's ball. Adderley takes a shot on the way up, but is going to get up just fine. Lord's up 6.
Campbell inbounding on the baseline. Didn't have anywhere to go, so tried to hit it off of Hawkins. Hawkins going the other way. The layup is good, plus the foul. Danica Walker getting inside, laying it up and in. She can cut the lead in half with a free throw.
Looking to do the most she can. Walker up to 18 now, trying to come at La Plante and her stat line now. Danica Walker 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Plenty of crowd noise here as the shot still falls, no less. 19 points for Walker. Massive substitution here. In comes Sarah LaPlante, Onika Leverage, as well as Emily Balkasoon. Out goes Wood, Williams, and Adderley.
Campbell trying to get down low. It's tipped. And oh! 2 Centennial teammates ram into each other. It's
Friendly fire is not supposed to be a thing in basketball.
Michael and Hawkins. They hit each other really hard. But they both seem to be just fine as they run/walk it off. Hawkins going for a jog. They're running into her teammate.
And
Walker
good
get
play.
it tipped away by LaPlante. Walker still fighting.
Bergen covering this one up.
It's Hawkins trying to get it down low. LaPlante did well. It's out. It's Dominguez. 4-3 at the end of the
No
shot
good.
clock. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Leverage. Campbell can get it to Balkinson. Does. Back across to Campbell at the near wing.
Gets away with it. Bergen.
Down low for
Good.
Bergen. The layup.
Bergen makes it to double digits. One noticeable difference, the fact that the Lords have managed to stay on top in this contest. They have double the amount of turnovers as Centennial, 26-13. Leverage, big block down low. Forget my train of thought.
Michael wanted a foul for that call. And it's
And
Campbell still
Campbell.
running. Down to Bergen.
Bergen.
Wide open. It's sloppy defense by the Colts, and the lead is up to 7 again.
Good play there by the Lords. They're taking advantage of misplays now. We were talking about it earlier on in the game. This Colts team, they're getting tired. They only have 4 bench players.
That's LaPlante, the block. Nope, but it ends up being called a foul on LaPlante.
LaPlante, 3 fouls now.
Michael would go to the line to shoot 2.
Onika Leverage has 4. That would have been bad if it was called against her there.
Yeah, she made sure the referee knew it was not her that touched Zane Michael.
And shot wide.
Michael with 3 points on the night. Trying to make it 4 and cut the lead to just 6. With 7:12 to go. A lane violation by the Colts did not really make a difference as Michael misses the free throw.
Shot was wide, no less.
But it will be Durham ball on the baseline.
As the Lords now march their way up the court.
Campbell, Leverage.
And loose ball there almost, but LaPlante able to get away with it. Driving low.
Floater almost went. Bergen now working hard.
Second chance. Good.
6 straight for her.
Very good play there by Bergen as she has propelled herself back into this game at 14 now. Doing her best to keep up here.
That midi is, it's nice.
I was lethal there.
Tanika Walker.
21.
And the game's the leading scorer now. As what looked like it was going to be a very low-scoring game, has still been somewhat of a low-scoring game, but very entertaining. Campbell faked, drove inside. Bergen fouled, shooting 2 for the Lords.
LaPlante was wide open there, trying to plead her case to her teammates. Get her that ball. She wants to keep that leading scorer.
The first free throw doesn't go. Now LaPlante, when you're shooting 8 for 14, 4 for 7, you always want to keep shooting. So anytime she's open, she's gonna plead for the ball. Bergen, both shots rattle out. Just
Unlucky break there.
Not the shooter's bounce for Emma Bergen.
Went from perfect to 66% in one trip to the line.
To Hawkins. Screen set for Hawkins. Try to get it
Tip
down low,
ball,
stolen by
LaPlante.
LaPlante. 3-on-2, Durham goes. Got it out to Campbell, who's behind Campbell. On a bad pass from LaPlante. And it's a turnover.
The Colts training staff thankful that Cherry was there, or else he would have caught that one straight to the noggin.
He doesn't deserve that.
LaPlante, good cover there.
Hawkins split the 2, floater.
No
Won't go.
good. Bergen with the rebound.
Falkinson out, 2-on-1 across to LaPlaw. Floater
Quick
off
floater.
the glass. 9 for 15 now, up to 22.
Takes back that title of leading scorer, 22 now of the Lords, total 55.
Walker spinning. Now getting down low, kicked out. 4-3, won't go, leverage the rebound.
LaPlante got in
Take
the
her
face, got in her face just enough, blocks that one away. Right now, Campbell marching her way up the court. Out LaPlante from
4-3. It's good.
Fires
She is
once
feeling
again.
it.
She's
25. 5 for 8 from 3.
She's been lethal tonight.
On just this game, she's proving why Durham brought her all the way from Montreal here, or why she came all the way from Montreal here.
Half of her total shots have been from the three-point line. She's made 5 of 8. She is propelling herself into this Durham lineup and has been a key player for this Lords offensive. Almost half the total points of this Lords team have run through her, and the other good chunk of them has been just across the court there. Emma Bergen. Those two accumulate for 39 of the total 58 points for the Lords.
25 for LaPlante. It's a career night for her. And a 58-46 lead for Durham. So a great night for them as they try and bump the Colts under 500 on the year.
The Lords in search for their 4th win on the year. Last season, the Lords had 3 wins. They're looking to now outpace last year, break this losing streak they're under, hopefully go back into this green.
And looking to make the playoffs. That's the goal for the Lords. So it will be close, but
Lords sitting in
this
the
is probably
6th
one of
seed.
the biggest games they've had the whole year against the Centennial Colts. They were just 2 games ahead of them. A win would make it 1. Getting it down low, Walker, it's good.
Walker, 23 now. Balkasoon to Campbell. Has to break free. Loose ball. That one goes the way of the Colts. Good play there. Zune Michael is 0 for 13.
I would not have guessed that. As she gets down low, and right when you say that, she misses a layup, 0 for 14. And I thought it was
she
going to
had
be a
points.
commentator's curse. And now
She's
Michael
trying to get on that stat
spinning.
sheet bad.
Hawkins, three-pointer
Assist
air ball.
wide.
Leverage, throws it up the court.
Thrown
Balkinson
for the end zone.
tips it to LaPlante. LaPlante out for 3. It's up. Too
Overshot it.
strong. Got a little excited there and put a little too much in her shot.
Had the opportunity, tried to go for it.
Now spinning. A down low foul on Balkinson.
Just shoved her on her way through, as that's Balkasoon's 2nd foul on the night.
It's not bad. It's not a bad foul, other than the fact that you guys are now at 3 with 4 minutes to go. But it's not a bad foul
The Lords
to bring.
have tuned down their fouls now. They're at 15 now, maybe 16 on the game. Centennial sitting at 11. So regardless, it's not exactly numbers that you're looking at and saying, "Ooh, I like that," but
Yeah.
it's you do what you got to do, and at this point, you're still leading comfortably in this game.
It's both free throws fall, and then the foul looks a little bit worse because you were hoping 1 for 2, save some points for your team. Doesn't happen on this occasion.
Leverage driving
Leverage. And that's tied up by Simon Tucker.
as jump ball
It'll
the way of
stay
the Lords.
ball. So they'll be fine. They won't be fine with that, but it'll be okay.
You're not upset, is what we're gonna use here.
Campbell tried to get it down low. It's tipped back out. 14 seconds left on the shot clock now.
Centennial knows what they need to do to keep this game possible for them. Need to make sure the Lords, they can't get another shot off. They can't even allow it. Campbell now looking for the pass. Has to get rid of it.
To
Deep
Balkinson.
ball, Balkasoon.
That's a good play. Balkinson trying to get inside. Gets it to LaPlante. Shifting away, shifting in and out. 4-3 on the step back. It's good.
Fires.
Cash from LaPlante. Up to 28 on the night.
She is 6 of 10 from the three-point line.
And then a foul by LaPlante. So she's up to 4, which is the last thing the Lords want.
Lords up 11.
And they will call a timeout. 61-50. The Durham Lords lead with 3:25 to go in the fourth quarter. From Montreal, Quebec, Sarah LaPlante has 28 points on the night, shooting 11 for 18, 6 for 10 from 3. She is having herself a night.
Excellent night. You don't even normally see these stat lines in like NBA kind of thing. But LaPlante has been murdering these Colts from deep anywhere, frankly. It's just been her night. Bergen pushed herself back onto the scene, second leading scorer for the Lords.
And we don't want to oversee. Bergen has 17 rebounds right now. So
she's got her double-double.
She's been a monster on the glass. On the other end, it's Simone Tucker, who has 16 of them. So some rebound goblins on each side. And for anyone wondering, that's a compliment. You want to be a rebound goblin. It means you're doing your job.
Play that glass. Do what you have to do. Inbounding here, number 4, Zune Michael. Still yet to put a bucket through. That was not a free throw. Wide open look.
Hawkins on the reverse, won't go. Leverage fighting, doesn't want to take a foul. Doesn't, up to Balkinson. Tried to hit it off of Dominguez.
And it proceeded to almost attempt to run her over.
And Hawkins comes away with it. Dominguez getting inside. Foul by Balkinson. And into the bonus. So shooting 2 will be Dominguez.
That's Balkasoon's 3rd.
So a lot of Lords players getting up in fouls. Campbell with 3. Balkinson with 3. Not what you want.
They're having to start tapping in players who have 0 fouls. Namely, Tage Adderley taps in for Emily Balkasoon. Adderley has 0 fouls on the night. So I have a feeling that that might change soon. But, of course, you don't want it to.
As both go for Dominguez. So the lead is 9 with 3 minutes to go. They get it to Adderley. Had LaPlante, played Leverage. Leverage, getting outside.
LaPlante.
It's LaPlante again. It's good again. 7 threes on the night for LaPlante. 12-point game. Sniper.
She needs to have more minutes. I don't care what happens.
Up and in
big
by
shot.
Hawkins. 10-point game now. LaPlante trying to inbound it. Gets it into Adderley.
The Colts going full press
Adderley
coverage.
tipped it away. Hawkins. 8-point game now with the layup.
Yeah, LaPlante, if she had, I don't know, maybe less than 4 fouls, might have gone, see if you can get the block, but you don't want to risk it.
It's tipped away again. And now getting inside is Walker. Missed. Rebound,
LaPlante.
Michael. Don't want to foul. Michael. It goes. Her first points.
She is now 1 of 15.
She actually had free throws, before that. So it's 5 for her as Bergen gets inside. The layup is good. The lead is back up to 8. This is crazy. 2 minutes to go, 8-point game. And Dominguez is hurt. Looks like the back of her leg. She can't walk on it.
They were tending to her early on in the game.
I don't want to say what she's holding. But because if that's what she's holding, that's not good.
Yeah.
Which is her Achilles. But we're hoping it's just an ankle or something, because that you do not want to
No,
here the
especially
Achilles.
especially in the college ranks. That's not what you want to see. Especially when you only have 8 players. 8 players on that roster apart from Dominguez.
And we're just hearing right now some stats. With LaPlante 31 points, it breaks the Lord's season record on the year by 12. The previous high was 19 by Tage Campbell, or Tage Adderley, excuse me, on November 23rd. And another season record is Emma Bergen, whose 17 rebounds ties Onika Leverage on the season, which she got on October 22nd. So it's a historic night, or at least it's a season high night for the Lords. One more rebound for Bergen, and she'll take the lead on the year.
Excellent play by both those two. They're leading the stat cards for the Lords. Bergen has 16 points as well, second leading scorer. Both of these guys have been absolute monsters across the entire court. LaPlante has been shooting essentially nothing but threes for the last 5 minutes just to see how many points she can rack up. And Bergen, once again, tying the season record for rebounds, 17. Obviously, you're going to look to break that. Bergen has been good on both ends of the glass, offensive and defensive. Just been outstanding down low for LaPlante. You're looking to see what you can do here. Keep pushing that record. Because the last time was 19. You've already beat that by 12. You know, let's just push it a little further down the line. You got to imagine, though, LaPlante, she's going to have more minutes next game. She has to.
You would assume.
And marching up with the ball now, Michael gets an opportunity, leverage.
After getting her first field goal of the night just moments ago, it's tied up. It'll stay Centennial ball, but now the possession arrow goes to Durham. Michael's had a rough night.
It has not been her night whatsoever. She's gotten her fair share of other of things in the other categories, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. But you're still not looking to go 1 of 15. Bergen.
Go Bergen getting down low.
Layup is too fast.
And now Walker driving.
Michael from 3.
Won't
Off
go.
target.
Rebound.
Leverage.
It won't go. Leverage gets it up. It's LaPlante going to the rim.
Gets away with
off.
it, Adderley.
To Adderley. To Campbell. To Leverage. To LaPlante. Could have shot it. It was tipped away.
Tries to drive in.
Now it's Hawkins.
Leverage.
Hawkins, floater,
no
short.
Good. Campbell, rebound.
And now LaPlante's wide open for 33. Won't go.
Good. Unlucky there from LaPlante. Not quite able to push it. But Michael now offloads down low.
And Walker lays it in.
25 now for her.
So it's a 6-point game. The game is not over yet.
Walker has been very, very good. She has not taken a single foul yet.
So it's a foul here as Centennial continues to fight. With LaPlante 7 threes, we've just been told that she not only broke the team's record for a player, but on her own, she broke the team's season record for threes as a whole, where the previous record for threes in a game by the Durham Lords team was 4. She has 7 on her own. The Durham Lords have 10 on the night.
It's been excellent shooting from deep. You got Adderley, who's got 1. You got Balkasoon with a pair, and then LaPlante with 7. It's wild from her. Been an absolute monster, and you don't want to cap that night by fouling out. So you got maybe 0.5 seconds difference, shot clock to game clock here. as the Lord's just going to pass this ball around. You don't want to give any kind of opportunity out to Campbell. 5 seconds.
And this clock looks like it's going to wind down. It's tipped away. Bergen grabs it. The Durham Lords go to 4-7 on the year, and the Centennial Colts fall to 5-6 with a 5-point win for the Lords. It's 2 players, as Bergen's 18th breaks the season record for rebounds.
And LaPlante, of course, single-handedly dragging this Lord's record up. She puts up 31 on her own. And again, new record for three-pointers. Smashed on her own, let alone the three-pointers falling for Balkstone and Adderley.
So I think me and you could call this night season high night.
Absolutely.
As that game was incredible. We have half an hour until the Durham Lords men play the Centennial Colts men, 14-0 versus 9-4. It'll be a great game, and we'll be back in just under half an hour. Thank you, and see you guys soon.